Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dacob in Between, where we talk about things the brands don't want us to talk about, but we squish our way in between there. No, you can't do that. Customer service would like to thank you, and it's not going to give you an answer. So we're going to squish between all of that and go to the core and to the truth. We got breaking Chanel news. Oh, yes. Breaking Chanel news as delivered by Fashion United. Chanel's head of external communications steps down. Now, at first I read the headline and I thought to myself, ooh, doth this mean that somebody actually delivered terrible work when it comes to Chanel No. 5's 100th birthday? And we've all seen the fights going on LinkedIn between the Oompa Loompa that worked for Chanel before for perfumes and the Oompa Loompa that works for them now. That's not the Oompa Loompa that quit, by the way. That's two different Oompa Loompas fighting publicly on LinkedIn. And then Chanel probably contacted the Oompa Loompa that's still working for them and said, hey, you can't have a fight like that. It's really a bad image for us, darling. So, bloop, he deleted his comments. But we got the screenshots, baby. We got the receipts. So we know what happened and what went down. But this is something else again. This here is Chanel's head of external communications stepping down. Chanel's head of external communications, Marie-Louise de Clermont-Tonnerre, has stepped down. Tonnerre spent over 50 years. Now, after I read Tonnerre spent over 50 years at the French fashion house, immediately clicked to me, like, stepped down means this woman retired. 50 years, she retired. It's not like she lost a job or nothing. But anyway, so after 50 years, the fashion house creating the public and press relations departments for 3 of Chanel's divisions, including perfumes, cosmetics, and fashion, watches, and jewelry. So she oversaw the advertising and corporate divisions of Chanel, which saw huge growth over the last 25 years. Tonnerre arrived at Chanel in 1971. That's over a decade before Karl Lagerfeld arrived. So she arrived at Chanel right after Coco died. So she worked for Chanel since the death of Coco up until today, where her first tasks included building up the photo archive and creating Chanel's heritage division. I would have loved to be a fly on that wall. Referred to as conservatoire, the conservatory. Tonnerre was also responsible for getting Chanel's flat at 31 Rue Cambon classified as a historical monument. Great job, because I think they achieved that. Chanel to this day is one of the most profitable luxury brands in the business. In 2018, they revealed, drumroll please, that they are a $10 billion company. Their valuation is considered so high, they would be difficult to ever be acquired by a luxury conglomerate with ease. The brand is currently owned by the Wertheimer family. Yeah, guys, Chanel is worth more than Star Wars. Well, Star Wars ain't worth much no more after Disney killed it. Except for Baby Yoda, right? The Mandalorian is an exception. Now, tragedy. Anyway, but if there's a positive thing to take from this, means that Chanel keeps its co-workers in the company as long as possible. 50 years working for one brand, that's amazing. She built her way up, and became head of external communications. Not that her initial job was bad. Amongst her many jobs, she was building up the photo archive and creating Chanel's heritage division, referred to as conservatoire. I mean, I think this is amazing. I would have loved to do that. I'm such an archive mouse. Still to this day, I can spend a whole day in archives archiving things, moving it from A to B, writing the notes, making little drawings to describe pieces. Like, I live for that shit. Like, you put me in an archive and I will live my life in the dust, in the archive, without any lights, without any external light, just with artificial lights. I will be that archive mouse. Okay, I live for that. I'm such an archive geek. You can't. So to me, that's already the top. Like, she already 1971 got the job. But then it even from there, she like moved it up and head of external communications, whatever. Would I care to be head of external communications? Not really. Could I do it? Hell yeah. But it's not a really creative job. You might think that archiving is also not a creative job, but it is. Because you create a system, of finding everything, of categorizing everything, classifying everything, placing it in a dream. Anyway, but that's just me. But what do you guys think about these news? And most importantly, I'm sure Chanel already knows, if they haven't already appointed somebody else in her position, for or to her position. I'm sure they have somebody in mind already. But just in case, do you have any ideas who should be taking the position? Jack Dean says, oh my God, breaking Chanel news. How unexpected, right? The Wind Testy says, the girls are fighting. Oli Soto says, S to the H to the A to the N to the E to the L. Crop. Dacob has the T, says Wind Testy. Debbie says, is that why I'm seeing Le Lift skincare commercials now for the first time? Maybe. And says, oh, that is not très chic. Jack says, 50? The Wind Testy says, 50 years? Jesus says, she stepped down. Literally. Oh my God, the shade, Jesus. Gwen says, she stepped down before they kicked her out. I think she retired, you guys. Olfactor Story says, maybe she got tired after maybe she got fired after 50 years. I wouldn't even be surprised. Oh my God, the shade you guys are throwing. I was convinced the woman retired after 50 years, as one does. You know. Gary says, 50 years? Did she step down the same way as Carl did? Oh my God, the shade. No, I think she's still alive. I think she's still alive. Alina says, wow. Debbie says, just before she got her pension. No, guys, she's not. She didn't kick the bucket. My God, you guys. She did not kick the bucket. At least I don't think so. Allegedly. Olfactive Story says, that's more and more common, unfortunately, Debbie. Really? Like getting fired? Oh, Debbie doesn't imply that she kicked the bucket. Debbie implies, really? She got fired just before she got her pension? And then Olfactive said, no, listen, it's more and more common to get fired right before you get your pension. But that's insane. I don't think so. After working, especially in France, people are more secure in their job. Like, you have more safety in France. If you've been working there for 50 years, they can't just kick you out. No, I don't think so. Unless you don't do something so dramatically against the company. Alina says, what age did she start? 10? Surely she has a pension. I think so too. I think she retired, you guys. But it's interesting that this article doesn't say that she retired. It says that she stepped down. You know, they're big when even LVMH can't afford to buy them, says Gary, right? Jesus says, trust and believe LVMH will buy them. Oh, the Wertheimers, they keep everything very close. They don't... I don't... If anything, I think the Wertheimers think they can buy out LVMH. Nicole says, I would pay good money to see your archive, Dacob. Oh, Nicole, such a sweetheart. Thank you. Alina, I need a bigger space, you guys. The time has come to move to a bigger bunker. I swear to God. I would love to open a museum one day. Alina says, that is because Chanel would never sell unless we all stopped buying. True. Good point. Olfactor says, my new manager was recruited by my company as his previous company kicked him without any reason a few years before pension. Oh, well, good that right before pension he got recruited by another company, because if you're that advanced in age, a lot of companies don't want you at all anymore. But oh my God, what world do we live in? The Wind Testy says, archive mole, completely. Kimberly says, your archive mouse nature comes through loud and clear, LOL. Jack says, put my degree to use. I'll do it, says Jack. Yes, you should. Oh my God, Jack, we want you at Chanel. Kevin W says, I would love to be an archivist. Me too. Kimberly says, I nominate Dacob for the job. Letty says, I dream of the day that you, Dacob, get to share your talent to these brands you love so much. They would be lucky to have you. Thank you so much, Letty. Chanel deserves our shade and then some, says Debbie. Jesus says, not y'all putting the woman to the grave, child. Shop Queen says, allegedly, LOL. Can you put that in a t-shirt? Right? The Wintesi says, the labor laws in France are tight. Yeah. There's always a way to do it, says Olfactive Stories. And Gary says, if you pay into a private pension, then that's separate to your employment. So she'd still get it when she retires. Technically, yes, if she did that. And I do not know if in the 70s they already had that option as an extra thing when she started. Maybe she started later on to build it up. I don't know. In the UK, at least, there's that option, says Gary. And Gary says, do know about France. Shop Queen says, by the way, I said this on the last stream, but I wish you could create a perfume for both Guerlain and Chanel. The brands would be better for it. Your devotion and poetry is unparalleled. I believe in you. Thank you so much, you guys. And Chummy Vlog, thank you so much for sending the hearts. And Shop Queen, thank you so much for your comments. And that's that, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section down below. Who do you think should be external communications head of at Chanel? I have to read the name of the head of external communications at Chanel. You nominate who? You nominate who? Kim Kardashian? Chalamet? Who? You let us know in the comment section down below. Till next time, subscribe to my channel, thumb up this video if you liked it, and never forget to never give up on love. Love y'all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.